Let's talk about circulatory system. So circulatory system, which refers to the network of organs and tissues which is responsible for transporting blood from the heart to throughout the body. And this system is vital for delivering oxygen, nutrients to the cells and tissues of the body, and also removing waste products like CO2 and various waste from the body. So let's talk about functions of circulatory system. So there are some functions of circulatory system. So let's talk. First is transportations. So transportation, in which it transport oxygen from the lungs to cells and tissues that have energy to the whole functions of our body. And the second is it also transport nutrients from our digestive system to the cells and our tissues, enabling them to perform their function. And the third is it also transport hormones from our glands to the targeted organ, regulating various bodily processes. And the third function is waste removal. In waste removal, it also helps circulatory system like remove CO2, that is carbon dioxide, from our cells and transport it to the lungs from the process of exhalation. And it also carries metabolic waste products from cells to kidneys for filtration, and which perform the function excretion. Through these processes the circulatory system it works. And there is also third function is protection and repair. Yes, circulatory system also performs the function protection and repair. And how it's like transporting WBC, white blood cells, antibodies to the sites of infection where it fight infection, and it also protect against from the pathogens or microorganisms. And then they distribute clotting factors to the site of injury, which helps from the stop of bleeding and also initiate the tissue repairing in our body. And the last but not the least function is maintaining homeostasis. Yes, homeostasis, which helps to regulate our body temperature from in comparison to the environment or atmosphere. So homeostasis will be achieved by thermoregulations, maintaining fluid balance and pH regulation. In thermoregulation, as I told, that it regulates the body temperature by distributing the heat generated during the metabolic processes throughout the body. As if I give example, so when a body temperature rises, the hypothalamus which triggers which sweat gland activation, and sweat gets released onto our skin surface, and when the body is gets cooling, and even the second process like blood vessels dilate and allowing more blood to the skin surfaces, which also cooling down the body surfaces. Now the second process which maintaining fluid balance. So in our blood there are many fluid electrolytes are present. So from the increased blood volume, which actually increases the blood volume, and if the blood volume increases, the blood pressure also increases. So blood pressure increases, the blood vessels wall will be dilate, and it can be increased or decreased pressure on the following how the kidney is output and urine production. That's is maintaining fluid balance. And the last is pH regulation. So bloods have a pH is 7.35 to 7.45 is the optimal range of blood. And it's, if I talk about, if I give examples, so when CO2 dissolve in blood more quantity and level of CO2 is high in blood, it forms a carbonic acid which contributes to blood acidity. It also leads to blood acidity. And circulatory system transports CO2 to lungs. That's why from the process of exhalation and preventing the blood pH from becoming too acidic. So preventing from too acidic, blood will maintain their regulation and homeostasis. That's how maintain. So these are the important functions of circulatory system. So in this video we have already talked about what is circulatory system and what's their function and what's their importance. That's all. Thank you so much.